What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Alright, yeah, we're coming back to Utsu-P. Yes, indeed. Utsu-P Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bobbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Patrick Metal, and this was actually Patrick Metal's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, Patrick Metal. Hope you enjoy the show. Patrick Metal wanted to see me react to this. It is Utsu-P featuring Hatsune Miku with a tune entitled Gorgon. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Utsu-P, all right? And the video has 625,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Utsu-P Gorgon featuring, I'm guessing that says Hatsune Miku. I'm assuming that's what it says. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. There is definitely a market for this. There absolutely is, because it's growing in popularity. Okay, I've noticed, you know, believe it or not, I do keep my eyes open to the world around me. I actually do. And I can't help but notice that the name Utsu-P is appearing more and more in pop culture. So there's definitely a market. You know, Utsu-P is definitely growing in popularity. It's still very digital sounding, you know, and with good reason. They could choose different tones. I don't know why they don't try to make it sound more organic. Across the instrumentation, across the board, drums, bass, guitar. I don't know why they choose to keep using these sound banks, these tone banks that are very digital sounding. I mean, you'd be amazed the quality of professional sound banks there are out there. I mean, we're talking literally tens of thousands of tones and voicings for various instruments. Anywhere ranging from, you know, the most digital sounding keyboard you could possibly find to, you know, you want to get specific. Let's go with the 1957 Les Paul Sunburst, you know, dual humbuckers. And, you know, we'll put that through a, how about we put that through a 72 Marshall double stack, double 4x10. You know, how about, oh, and, put it through a 300 watt head. You know, we'll do that as well. All tube. Yeah. You could do that. You can absolutely do that. And it will sound exactly like that too. So why Utsu-P still chooses to utilize digital sounding sound banks, I'll never understand that. I don't know why. Maybe there's a certain appeal to that. Maybe people, you know, enjoy that type of tone. I have no idea. But as far as the song goes, I mean, it's fairly simple. It's 3-chord. You know, it's you know, 1, 3, 4, 1 minor 3 to the 4 to the minor 3 to the 1. It's that's pretty much all they're doing is moving around those 3. Have they hit the 5th? I don't know if they hit the 5th. I'm gonna have to really zero in on it and see if they've hit the 5th yet of the route. But I mean, everything that I'm hearing, other than the bank, other than the voicings and the tones of the voicings, but like from a musicality standpoint, from a songwriting standpoint, everything I'm hearing makes sense. Absolutely, everything here sounds pleasing to the ear. So I'm not mad at it. I'm absolutely not mad at it. Like I said, there's clearly a market for this because it's growing in popularity. Anyway, let's keep going here. Let's see if they actually do hit the 5th at any point. To the 6, to the 4. So they do it to 5. Okay. 6 to the 4. Flat 3. Very Phrygian style. No, it wouldn't be Phrygian. Yep. There it is. Another Utsu-P masterpiece. Yes. Okay. Well, no, I'm going to save it all for the review. I'm going to save all of it for the review. Let me get my thoughts together, make sure I didn't miss anything, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Utsu-P featuring Hatsune Miku with a tune entitled Gorgon. This was a request from Patrick Metal, and this was actually Patrick Metal's prioritized request for the month of February for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Patrick Metal. Hope you enjoyed the show. Okay. How should I do this? Should I do the score first? Yeah, let's do the score first. I think it'll make the most sense. Okay, so go first. Let's get the score first going here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.1. Yep, 7.1. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, a 7.1. What does that mean? Well, a 7.1 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good song. It would also get 4 out of 5 stars and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Yes, a B letter grade. So there you go, a 7.1, really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Ha ha! So glad you asked. Okay, I have a confession to make. I can't believe I'm actually gonna confess this. One of the disadvantages of filming the way that I film is you don't always keep up with the comments as current. So what I mean by this, for those of you that don't know, when I film anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks in advance. Okay, so while you're watching this video right now in February, currently today, it's actually getting not quite at the end, but pretty close to the end of December of 2025. I know you're watching this video in 2026 in February, but right now today's date is actually December 21st, 2025. So yeah, it's a little behind, you know what I mean? When I'm actually filming this to when you're watching. The downside to that is quite often people try to inform me in the comments of things that I should, know about the song or the artist or, the record label or whatever the case may be. So when I filmed this X number of months ago, back in December, 2 months ago, compared to when you're watching it now, I had just learned what Utsu-P is. So from reactions that I filmed all the way back in, September and October of 2025 that got put out in November and December. So, I'm playing catch up here, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It was brought to my attention by a number of commenters that I had been duped. I had been fooled. Utsu-P is what is known as a Vocaloid artist. I had no clue. I had suspicions something was up, and because I kept saying this during those earlier reactions to Utsu-P, I kept saying, this sounds really digital sounding. This sounds like it was programmed. Well, it was. And they just got by me. I should have known. So Utsu-P is not even real. Utsu-P, it's kind of like Hatsune Miku. It's not real. It's an it. It's an entity. It's a construct. It's an avatar. There's no real person. It's a program. Now, here's the thing about that, and people have asked me about this, and the question they ask is, what do I think about, songs that are 100% computer generated? What do I think about songs that are 100% programmed? Here's what I have to say about it. Somebody still has to write the song. Somebody still has to write the music. And even that is becoming more of a threat now, because with the invention of AI and the integration of AI into the world of music, as we have seen, no, it doesn't. A person doesn't even have to write this now. It can all be done through AI. The writing can be done through AI. The programming could be done through AI. The execution can even be all done through AI. And that goes for Vocaloid as well. That's the world we're starting to find ourselves in. That's the world we're starting to, find not just acceptable, but it's becoming more and more the norm. That's the frightening part. Not only are we as human beings accepting AI as the artiste, but we're not just accepting it, we're normalizing it. Like it's okay to have a song written by an AI program and executed through a program like Vocaloid. That is frightening. That is absolutely frightening to me. Now, from what I have been told, Utsu-P, the artist, Utsu-P, the person who actually writes the songs, is a real person, and they do all the programming. They do all the programming of the songs themselves. So there is an art form to that. There absolutely is, as long as he is still in the driver's seat, as long as he is still doing all of the programming, entering all of the data himself, selecting the notes himself, selecting the vocal tones himself, selecting the voicings of the instrumentation himself, writing the lyrics himself, and inputting the lyrics into Vocaloid himself. As long as he is still doing the major lifting, I still have no problem with that, because like I said, there is an art form to it. Now, the second Utsu-P, or the artist that controls Utsu-P, as soon as that artist could take, completely puts 100% control into the hands of AI, like a lot of other artists are doing, that's when I'm going to lose all respect for said artist. Now, has that happened with this song? I don't know. See, there's the problem, is now there's doubt. Now there's question marks. I wasn't there in the recording studio, and I don't think anybody else was either. I love these people who say, oh, I know for a fact that this was, handwritten. Or really? You were there? Were you actually there? Did you watch him put pen to paper and write everything out? Did you sit with him at the computer while he was programming all the voicings into Pro Tools? Oh, you weren't. Well, then you don't actually know. You assume. You think you know, but you don't really know. And that's what I'm really kind of having to do here. I'm having to base that 7.1 on the assumption that he wrote the artist that controls Utsu-P, that artist actually wrote this song, sat down at a keyboard, sat down in front of a computer and programmed it himself, herself, themselves, whatever the case may be. But it's becoming more and more common practice for AI to come into play, which is absolutely terrifying. As a musician, it scares the hell out of me. It absolutely does. I'm in danger of being replaced by a program. That's terrifying, isn't it? The one thing that we thought never would ever be replaced by computers, art. Art is being replaced. The artistes are being replaced. The songwriters and the musicians, the poets and the composers, we're being replaced. And that is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. But as far as this song goes, I'm basing that 7.1 on the assumption that a human being sat there and programmed Pro Tools, utilized Pro Tools himself, herself, themselves, whatever the case may be. And they did the work themselves. So that's what I'm really hoping for. The song flowed well. The chordal progression made sense. The chorus was catchy. It was, root down to the 6, down to the 4, up to the 5. It flows well. It's pleasing to the ear. As far as the instrumentation goes, there is no instrumentation. It's all programmed through Pro Tools. But the programming was done well. And I will absolutely give credit where credit's due. As long as I understand, and hopefully my assumption is correct, that a human being sat in front of Pro Tools, programmed it themselves. I hope that's the case. And before you tell me that for sure that's the case, unless you were there in the studio while it was being done, you don't know. You think you know. You assume that you know, but you don't really know. So please do not make that claim unless you were actually there. If you were actually there, okay, fine, make the claim, okay? But don't make it unless you know 100% for certain because you have proof, Don't make the claim. I'm not making the claim. I refuse to make the claim now because I have no idea. I have no clue. So everything sounded good, sure. As far as Hatsune Miku goes, I did a little research. Hatsune Miku is not even a real person. Hatsune Miku is an avatar. Seriously, it's an avatar. And I love how people call it she or her. Don't make assumptions about her. She's a real person. No, she's not. She is a computer avatar. Let's get that straight. She is a character. It's not a she, it's an it. It's a construct. It's a program. So, yeah, please, folks, don't call her she or call it she. That's just ridiculous. It's not a she. It's not a her. It's an it. The thing. Not a person. So what that construct added, maybe it added to the video, possibly, but did it add to the song? No. No, it did not add to the song. So anyway, 7.1. Yeah, like I said, I'm basing that score on the assumption that a human being actually programmed everything. I'm hoping that's the case. So yeah, 7.1, that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.1, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B as in boy, B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.